it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games were missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so we're gonna keep the long tradition of covering Japanese boxing here on True School Sports going. As you guys saw in the beginning of the video, it's a little bit of breaking news. You know, I ain't really seen nobody report on it because I was looking for information myself. I was getting very excited about hearing about Subaru Murata's next fight. He was supposed to take on this weekend in the Philippines. He was supposed to take on the Filipino champion Carlo Demecillo, who he was obviously supposed to beat. It was going to be a good little stay busy fight at Korakuen Hall, and it was going to be his third fight of the year. It was supposed to be the first time in his career he's fought 3 times in the same year, but so it's going to be another year where he fights only 2 times. And I think Top Rank and people behind him in 2024, they need to get him a little bit more active, because I feel like, you know, he's 27. He's moving at an okay pace, but he could move a little faster, in my opinion, right? And as you guys saw, he broke his left wrist. Cause I messaged him myself. I took it upon myself. I said, let me message Subaru Murata myself, because we talk sometimes. You know, we developed a good little relationship when I went to Japan and interviewed him at the park. So I asked him. He said he broke his left wrist. So speedy recovery goes out to Subaru Murata. But I wanted to kind of talk about what could be next for him in 2024, because this is a guy that I think is one of the most interesting fighters from Japan. You know, a very, very guy that can punch really hard. Fighter that I think is going to have a chance to make some noise at super bantamweight and contend for a world title in the coming years. You know, he's obviously sparred top names, guys like Angelo Leo, guys like Bruce Carrington, things like that. So I looked at his Boxrec. Subaru was ranked number 90 on Boxrec. And I know I looked at some of the names in and around him on Boxrec. I'm sure this fight with the Filipino champion, Demecillo, whatever his name is, that'll get rescheduled, and he'll probably stay busy and get that win, I feel. And one step-up fight that I think could be very interesting for Subaru at some point in 2024. I would like to see Subaru Murata take on an American fighter, you know, one of our own here in the States. And that's a guy that, you know, was once highly touted, a guy that has had some problems with the law, a guy that's had his career derailed by that issue. And when he stepped up twice, you know, once for the world title and once against a top contender, he lost both times. And that's none other than the mighty midget himself, Tramaine Williams. Now, Tramaine Williams is a guy that I feel has not fought up to his potential. You know, he had a great amateur career, but when he fought guys that were looked at to be on the same level as him, he didn't perform. And I've heard things when he's talked on Instagram and from him, you know, when he's spoken about his losses, about not being in shape, not living the life. And again, that's not the opponent's fault. That's nobody's fault but your own. You know, boxing and life itself as a man is about being professional. You got to show up. You got to do the work. It's like me. I have dreams and aspirations with YouTube and covering this boxing. But if I don't show up and I don't make the content and I don't do my due diligence and I don't constantly work to improve, I'll never get to where I want to get to, right? So it's the same thing for a fighter trying to get to where he wants to get to. But I believe in redemption. I believe in, you know, guys getting a chance to redeem themselves. He wasn't good enough to beat Angelo Leo. He wasn't good enough to beat Elijah Pierce at the time he fought them. I think a Subaru Murata fight for Tramaine Williams would be interesting, because Subaru only has, 6 fights? But you could definitely say he's more advanced than a 6-fight fighter. And being that he hasn't been able to cut the mustard at the world level against other top guys, a fight between him and Subaru Murata makes a lot of sense, because, you know, if Subaru could pass the test like Tramaine Williams, you know, at some point next year, then that would put them on a great pace towards world title contention. And then all of a sudden you're looking at Subaru Murata now really as a legitimate world title contender. And stylistically, it's a good fight. You know, Subaru Murata is a southpaw knockout puncher. He's got that real fundamental Japanese base of skills and fundamentals. You know, Tramaine Williams is a guy that's a bit of a front runner. Quickness, speed, counter punching. But we've seen that if you put pressure on him, like Elijah Pierce, like Angelo Leo did, he's not the most well-conditioned fighter in the world, and you can outwork him and you can break him down. So I do think their styles would mesh well. and you learn a lot about Subaru Murata in that fight. And it will be a chance for Tramaine Williams to maybe his last chance to validate any hype he may have had at the beginning of his career. So that's the news. Subaru Murata pulls out the fight with the Filipino champion this December 2nd at Corkin Hall due to a left wrist injury. And as far as step-up fights, the ideal one for 2024 in my eyes would be him versus the Mighty Midget. And let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Subaru Murata versus Tramaine Williams 2024? You know, I'm always thinking about boxing like a manager. You know, I'm starting to really get that itch. Maybe one day soon, in the next couple years, to become a boxing manager. And I'm thinking maybe, just maybe. By the way, shout out to the Marlins. I think the Marlins will go over there on that truck. You know, go Marlins. But I think maybe one day it may be in the cards, you know. So I'm always exploring. I'm always looking at fighters, how to navigate their careers. And, you know, I just think that'd be a good fight for Subaru. It'd be a good fight for boxing. There's name recognition there with Tramaine Williams. So, former world title challenger. So, yeah. Give me your thoughts. I want to hear from you guys down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just kidding, dang it. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.